Welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to discuss the 6 topics that I've written. And before we proceed, you must always save your file as macro enabled. Go to file. I'm going to save as because I've already saved it. Save as. Now from here you must select macro Excel macro enabled workbook, because if you don't select Excel macro enabled workbook, your macros will always give you error and they'll ask again and again. So select Excel macro enabled workbook, as I've already saved it. So first topic is how to format cells and fill with color effects. I'll select the header row, right click, format cells, fill, go to fill effect, I'll select the dark to the medium color, click OK. Okay, it gives a beautiful color, you see. Now let me increase the font size to 24. Change the font style, Arial rounded. Fill the second row. You can bring this menu by Control 1. Fill effect, the medium color to the lighter one. Okay, click OK. Now let me fill the rest of the area all through 25. Directly from here we can fill it also with simple color without any shade. Let me change the heading. Control 1, fill effect from dark to the lightest one. Okay and okay, this looks nice. I'll get some border, center it, make them bold. This row should be without color, give it some borders. So we are going to fill our data here. Let me color this side also. This I'm going to use for admin later on, so I'll give it a different color which we'll hide later on. So now the first one we have completed, how to format and fill the colors. The second one is how to center across our selection. I want this to be centered here. One way to do it, and most of the people do it, is merge and center, but this acts like one cell now. You see, when you click here, it acts like one cell. What I prefer is press Control 1, or the other way is right click, format cell, go to alignment, center across selection. Okay, now each cells remains individual, but the heading has been centered. So this was our second topic. The third topic is how to save data from this simple form here, from this row to our database, this row. For that, I will open the Visual Basic editor, go to Developer, Visual Basic. If you don't have this, you can press Alt F11 or right click, go to customize this ribbon, select Developer, or press Alt F11 to open Visual Basic editor. We have here sheet number 1, that's customer, sheet number 2, that's customer database. But I have to insert a module. Just right click, insert module, or you can click menu, insert module. In this module, I'm going to write sub customer save, enter. I want to save data from C4 all the way through C5. So I'll write it sheet 2 dot range C5 through I5 dot value is equal to sheet 1, that is our customer form, dot range C4 all the way through I4 dot value. Let me comment it. Copy that. This single line of code is going to copy the data from this range on sheet 1 to this range on sheet 2. Let's give it a try. I'll write here 1 0 3 1 7 5 4 6 3 2 1 Khal Dir Pakistan this thing 1. Now let's run our macros to see how it works. I click here on run. You see the data has been automatically saved here. Now let's create a button. Create a button and assign a macro. I'll go to insert, shape, I'll select this round rectangle, change the color and design, that's better. I'll just write the name, save, center align, above, go to format, reduce the size, that looks nice. Now I've already created this macro. I want to assign this macro to this button. Just right click, assign macro, customer, save, okay. Now let me go database, delete this, just click here, save, and see the data has been copied from sheet 1 to sheet 2. Next topic is to create a message box so at least the user know that the data has been saved. Let's go to Visual Basic, message box, customer data has been saved. Now let's click here. See, you get a message, customer data has been saved. Let me write a comment for you. Show save message box. Now when I enter a new data here, new record, I want to save it in the 6th row, not here. For that purpose, that is our 6th topic, how to find the last available row. For that purpose, I have to first find this row, the empty row, the last available row. To do that, we have two ways to do it. First of all, I'll create a variable, dim last row as long variable to save the row number. And let me show you. For that purpose, we'll write a line of code, last row is equal to sheet 2 dot range, not a, You see here, this customer ID, this column can never be empty. It should always, a customer ID is always required. So I'll search for here the last available row. Maybe you can omit the number, mobile number, city, or the state, country, testing, whatever you want. But this row should always have a value. So I'll look for here. There is C 99999 and Excel Pro. Now let me show message box so you can see which row it is selecting. Message box, last row. Let's run our macro. See, it gives us 5. This is the last row. This is the last row. But what I want is to move one row below it. To select this one. This is the last. This is the empty, available empty row. For that purpose, I'll just +1. Now let's run our macro. This line of code is very important, so you must understand it. Available empty row. I've added this +1 so that it will give us not 5 but 6. Let's run it again. See, now it says 6 because I've added 1 to it. Now I'll make some changes to this coding now. Now this means, you see here, when I run this code, the message box says the last row is, let me run it again, the last row is 6. So that means C6 through I6. Write the code. We change this. C6 and last row and I through I and last row. That's so. Now we made these changes. Now let's run our code again from here. That this is number 1. Let me give it 2. Here 0325478. He lives in there. State same country. Just press testing 2. Now let me click save. It says row number 6. Data has been saved. Let's go to our database. You see, now it has selected the 6th one. Now when I enter another data, it will automatically select the 7th row. Let's try it. 3 David 05, whatever the number, I don't know. New York. USA. Testing 3. Now you know that the available row is 7. Click save. It gives us 7. Data has been saved. Let's go, and you see the data has been saved here. Now this is the one way to do it. The second way to do it is, I'll use the count function. Right here, row number. I'll use the count function to count these records. Equal to count A. I'll select from C5 through C99999. It gives me 3, but because it's counting this, all this count A function is used to count the non-blank cells, those cells that are not blank. So it tells me that non-blank cells are 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but I want the row number. To get the row number, I'll just have to add 4 plus 4. Now it gives me 7. If I write another row, it gives me 8. Another, it gives me 9. That's working fine. Now let's go back to our coding. I'll just comment this line because this is another way to do it. Now I'll write last row is equal to sheet 2 dot range. See, this is B5 dot value. That's all. Now the last row is, it will pick up the last row directly from here, but it will pick up 7. You see, this is 7. We don't need 7. We want it number 8. To go to row number 8, I'll just plus 1. Last available empty row. Now let's run our code. This is 3. Select 4. Zahid, mobile number 0312, whatever. So he lives in Dir, he's from Dir, Pakistan. Testing 4. Testing 4. Let's click on save. Give us row number 8, and the data is saved to row number 8. Let's try another one. 5. Name, he 032 754321. He lives in Karachi, Pakistan. Testing 5. Save. And the data has been saved. Number 5. So these are the two ways to do it.